we have a driver who claims that his Tesla, while it was in self-driving mode, ended up crashing into a house and killing an elderly woman. Who's to blame? Tesla or him?
Tonight, this fatal Tesla crash now the focus of a federal traffic safety investigation. A doorbell camera capturing the moments before a Tesla Model 3 slams into a home in Katy, Texas. Police say 76-year-old Martha Avila was standing in her front room when the accident happened Friday night.
That's where my mom was.
Officials say she was flown to the hospital where she was pronounced dead.
This is how it came in.
Her family sharing videos from inside the home on Facebook showing the devastation left behind.
This is their room where they play and they do homework. Everything got damaged.
The driver, Michael Butler, told authorities he was using an automated driving assistance system at the time of the crash, but it's not clear which specific feature the driver had engaged.
We're still evaluating what caused that car to fail to control its speed just before this crash.
Tesla's Model 3s come equipped with traffic-aware cruise control, which maintains a set driving speed and following distance. Drivers can also subscribe to FSD, or full self-driving mode, that has automated stopping and turning. Both modes are intended for use by a fully attentive driver, according to Tesla's website. Earlier this year, Tesla officially discontinued autopilot in the U.S., a different feature that has been linked to deadly incidents.
Right there. Right there.
Last year, a federal jury found Tesla partly liable in a 2019 Florida car crash that killed a pedestrian and left another person badly injured when the car was in autopilot mode. Tesla has not responded to multiple requests for comment on this crash.
Oh, so what is the difference between the full self-driving and the autopilot? That's my main question, because I don't remember hearing anything about this. So autopilot they no longer have that in the United States? We'll have to look that up in the AI breakdown. Let's keep going.
And Aaron Gilchrist joins us now. I mean, this story is a nightmare on many levels, Aaron. And as you say in your piece, there was no official statement from Tesla, but we do know that Elon Musk is posting about this now.
Yeah, in the last hour or so, Musk responded to a posted headline on X, and we can show you what he had to say in response to this headline about this crash having happened. He wrote, "Yes, this makes no sense. FSD, or the full self-driving feature that the Teslas have, drives slowly through neighborhood streets, and this was a high-speed crash." And then just below that, there was a response to Musk's post by another leader at Tesla, a gentleman who develops a lot of the AI technology for Tesla. He said, "Yep, in this case, the driver manually overrode self-driving by pressing the accelerator all the way to 100% of the accelerator pedal in this residential area. They reached a speed of 73 miles per hour during the crash and had the accelerator pressed even after the crash." Obviously, this is not coming through an official channel.
Yeah, because I don't know where he got that information from. I don't know if they got because you know how AI is. They might got some secret where they can figure out what exactly he was doing, but I don't think he should have. First of all, I don't think Elon Musk should have commented on this and just let the investigation through. But you definitely should have put out all that details. But this is crazy, y'all. But it did not look like a full self-driving mode, because I've seen several Teslas, but I've never seen one going that fast in full self-driving mode. This is crazy.
Communication from leaders at Tesla, Ryan, but it's something that, of course, is raising questions about who exactly was responsible or what was responsible for this crash that ended up killing a grandmother.
Yeah, he seems to be speaking about it as if they have that data and information. It would be interesting to see if they'll present that, if there becomes some sort of an investigation or trial. But let's talk more about the Tesla driver and what type of charges he could face.
Yeah, at this point, we know that the driver in this accident was hurt pretty badly. He was taken to the hospital by ambulance. We haven't gotten an update on his condition or whether he was quickly released from the hospital. We also, at this point, there are no charges that have been filed against him in this accident. The sheriff's office in Harris County, Texas, just outside, happened just outside Houston, did say that they are trying to talk to people who are knowledgeable about Teslas to try to get a better understanding of the automated features owners of these vehicles so that they can continue their investigation. And we noted as well, Ryan, that the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has said it is launching a special investigation, a special crash investigation is what they call it, to try to figure out exactly what happened here, whether this was something that was mostly human error or human responsibility, or was a fault of the vehicle that was involved here, Ryan.
So this is a crazy situation, y'all. 100%. I do think that the driver did some kind of hack or anything like that to override it, because I've never seen something that fast in full self-driving mode. But if it wasn't, and it truly is Tesla's fault, somebody's getting a big payday, boy. And Tesla stock about to drop. Let's get over into this next video and see what else it tells us.
New at 10, the family of a woman who was killed when a speeding Tesla barreled into her home is suing the car maker as well as the driver.
As we told you over the weekend, Harris County deputies say the driver told them his car was in autopilot mode. It's a claim Tesla denies. ABC 13's Luke Jones spoke to the family's attorney about the case.
Attorneys strongly suspect the car was in autopilot mode and malfunctioned. Now, they readily admit they have no evidence of this, but they say by filing the lawsuit, that allows them to conduct their own investigation. Tesla, of course, would have to turn over its data as part of the discovery process, and should ultimately it be found that the company isn't responsible, attorneys say they're happy to drop them from the lawsuit.
Days after this fatal Tesla crash, family of the elderly woman killed are suing Tesla and the car's driver. 76-year-old Martha Avila struck by the car when it came barreling into her home on Blooming Park Lane Friday.
I didn't even know it was a car. I thought the ceiling fell in on the kitchen.
The driver, identified by the Harris County Sheriff's Office as 44-year-old Michael Butler, taken to the hospital. Investigators say he told them he was operating the Tesla in autopilot mode, although the Sheriff's Office says their investigation has yet to unearth evidence of a mechanical malfunction. But in the lawsuit, attorneys write, quote, "The vehicle was defective in design and unreasonably dangerous." They did not provide evidence.
We're still in a fact-finding mode, but mainly we're alleging a product defect and a failure to warn on Tesla's part.
Tesla has ignored all requests for comment, but the company's vice president of AI wrote on X, quote, "The driver manually overrode self-driving by pressing the accelerator all the way to 100% of the accel pedal and had the accelerator pressed even after the crash."
Tesla's statement, in my opinion, is a little bit fishy. If that were the case, he would have been, had his foot on the accelerator all the way through the crash until the vehicle came to a stop. If that's the case, he should have a shattered leg.
Moments before the crash, the Tesla can be seen driving down the street with what appear to be hazard lights on. We stopped by the driver's home, but no one came to the door. Yesterday, Martha Avila's son-in-law, who's named as a plaintiff in the lawsuit, urged the public not to rush to judgment.
Nothing's been proven yet, and the thing is like everybody online is jumping to conclusions.
The lawsuit demands Tesla preserve its black box data, autopilot system data, and camera footage, likely key pieces of evidence in the ongoing federal probe of the crash. Luke Jones, ABC.
Yeah, I 100%. Of course, they're going to keep the footage, because if they don't, that's just going to make them look bad. But I think all this is going to work out, because I can't see to where this was that bad of a malfunction, where it killed an elderly woman. There had to be some kind of driver error. Now, they might sue them for him being able to do the hack in the first place and drive that fast. They might say there should have been some warning signs, but we'll have to wait to see what Tesla's lawyers have to say about that. Let's get over into this AI breakdown, y'all, just to see what else we can finish up, see what else we can find out. And then we also got to talk about that autopilot thing, because I've never heard that before. So we got the 76-year-old woman who was killed on Friday, June 19th, after a Tesla Model 3 crashed into her suburban home in Texas. The driver claimed that the vehicle was operating in an automatic driving mode at the time of the collision. However, Tesla has pushed back heavily, releasing the vehicle's log data. So we know that the victim is Marie, was standing in front of the playroom when the vehicle breached the house. She suffered catastrophic injuries and airlifted to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The driver, Michael Butler, 44, was traveling down the residential street when he failed to maintain a single lane, left the roadway, and smashed through the brick house at high speeds. He was injured and hospitalized, but showed no signs of intoxication and is cooperating with police. The crash occurred in a residential neighborhood at a suburb roughly 30 miles from Houston. So like we know, the driver claimed that it was operating with a automatic driving assistance, autopilot, or full self-driving activated. The Tesla head talked about, we already know what he said. And we got the ongoing investigation. So Tesla Autopilot was not banned in the U.S., but Tesla officially discontinued the autopilot feature bundled for new vehicles purchased in North America. This decision followed the decisive marketing crackdown by regulations like the California DMV, which threatened to suspend Tesla's sales license unless they stop using the misleading autopilot branding. So in response, they removed the basic autopilot from new orders and shifted its software structure to push buyers towards full self-driving. Oh, okay. Now we get it. So it's the naming that made it what they wanted that to go away. So they just changed it to full self-driving. I thought, okay, I was confused, but we got the gist of it now. But is there a difference? Hold on. So the classic autopilot, so there is a difference. Hold on. The classic autopilot and the full self-driving. So we got strictly intended for highways, intended for both highways and streets, included auto seeker, automatically kept the car centered in highway lanes, traffic signals. It did not stop for stop signs or red lights. And then we got the FSD reacts to traffic and stoplights and speed limits. The driver had to manually signal and steer to change lanes. So it's like what is that? What is it called? What's the control called? I was just using it. That's great. Cruise control. It's basically like cruise control. Free and included. Yeah, it sounds basically like cruise control. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. So if you purchase a new Tesla, it comes with a traffic-aware cruise control. This is basically the basic adaptive cruise control. It matches the speed of the car in front of you, but it will not steer for you. Yeah, it's basically like cruise control, y'all. They're going to have to go through this whole investigation. I think, like we talked about before, the driver did some kind of hack. But ultimately, I think it's likely on the driver's fault. I don't see them getting any money out of Tesla. But we'll have to wait and see. If their lawyers are good, they might be able to get Tesla to settle. But at that point, is it just a money-grabbing scheme from the family? No matter what, older woman did lose her life who didn't deserve to lose it. So we have to remember that the family is grieving, and then someone needs to be held responsible for it. But who is it? Is it Tesla or is it the driver? Let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said.